long time ago, because I'm old.
Yeah.
We were in PRI when it was in Florida. We were in Hooters. We had left the show, trying to order some food, and me and my crew were sitting at a table kind of off to the side, and we were getting ignored by the wait staff. So the waiter finally came up and he walked up to one of the other tables, which happened to be another part of our team, but we were like, what? We've been sitting here forever. And somebody went, oh, that's just the B team. So I kind of took a little bit of offense to it. And the way I roll is when I get offended, I make it more of a point to keep it rolling. So from that day forward, we were, and whoever is around me and doing what I want to do is the B team. So here you go. Here's the B team.
We suck at racing. We're not as good as John Years.
I just remember when B Team started to be called B Team.
Yeah.
And I, of course, hopped on the daddy bandwagon, but I didn't really know what.
We spent a whole lot of time learning stuff, which means you didn't win a whole lot of stuff. So the B team moniker is always this, like, we're subgrade or we're just not as cool as everybody else because everybody's also concerned about winning. We were concerned about learning, getting faster. Someday we're going to win, but we're going to have fun doing it. And when it stops being fun, we're going to quit. And that's kind of like just the B team moniker. We're as long as we're having fun, we'll figure it out. We're going to go fast. We'll eventually win something. Sometimes we, knock it out of the park. Sometimes we don't. So that's how she grew up, with that in her head, and that idea has been surrounded by, people that want to learn and grow and do that kind of thing. So
that whole deal is kind of, a few years back, the term NFG started to be used quite a bit, which stands for no fucks given. And a lot of people take it as like a, rebel without a clue. We don't care about, what you think. And that's true, but
Fuck it, try it.
for me, NFG is like the lifestyle or a motto of doing whatever makes you happy, regardless of what anybody else has to say about it.
Boom.
He has NFG tattoo. I have NFG tattoo.
I don't do tattoos.
Ugh.
He doesn't do tattoos.
When I drove Outlaw 10.5 in the purple car, that's when the B team stuff really came about, and it was the old Bud Light can with the circle, whatever. And we were like, we love the color. Everything looked good, so we basically just copied it all.
Edit that out. Edit that out. Motherfucker, cease and desist.
Typically, I limit myself 4 beers per day.
Shut the fuck up.
Not.
That's the funniest thing.
I've always been around drag racing, and I knew John before I knew Dwayne. So I don't know how many years ago, it was several years ago, I was standing in John's garage, and Dwayne pulls up. I asked John, who the hell's that?
It's probably about 15 years ago.
Dwayne James. Like, well, who's Dwayne James? This guy, he's crazy. He'll spend money and he wants to go fast. He knew the same people I knew. We just didn't know each other at that point. And we, obviously we grew really close.
The funny part is we raced on some of the same streets. And we were only like 3 years apart, age-wise, or maybe you say 20, but it's really only like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but you had that you had that Chevy.
Yeah, I was driving.
Whatever.
I was driving a Camaro.
Yeah,
It was a '67. It
that's
was a
why I
real
didn't
Camaro, not
talk
this
to you.
garbage they drive around now. But anyway, yeah, we raced on some of the same streets, and I don't even. Well, all the same streets. It's Albuquerque. There's only at the time. Well, yeah, everybody. You move from this spot to that spot, and when the cops came, you moved to this spot, back over to that spot. It's a cherished moment, but you can't have the mindset that, well, at least I can't, that everything is just about winning. There's so much more that goes into this sport or anything. I mean, we've joked about lakes and race cars and everything else we do in life. Yeah, we want to succeed and we want to win, but you learn more from failing than you'll ever do from winning. Winning only tells you that I got it finally right, but to get to that moment is an epic amount of failures that just lead to the one moment of justification that I got it right. And if you don't want to win, you're never going to get to that point. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, what is winning? Winning is everything, but winning is only the end result of all of the trying and all the failures and all of the fun. And if it's not fun, you can keep the win all you want. You got to have some fun getting there.
And last year, either car, we weren't very successful.
We were a bag of dicks.
And overall, I believe it made us stronger, and we appreciate winning even more. Haley's
because they're rare moments.
Yes, and to be a champion, it's very hard, and it doesn't come often. But as far as us being drug all last year, it made us stronger, and
Come on, swing it.
we obviously spent money over the winter, and we're here to win.
It's also really humbling
No
to
doubt.
have a really, really, really bad season.
Mhm.
Especially for me, because my first year of racing was like insane. You don't get a better year of racing than my first year of racing. So naturally, subconsciously or not, in my mind, that is just the way it is. We go to this race and we either get runner-up or win, maybe qualify first or second, be cool. And then at the end of the championship year, I told him a million times, I was like, I don't feel like this is real. I don't feel like I've actually won a championship. I don't feel, even after giving the speech at PRI, it's just still hadn't hit me yet. It really, really hit me when we failed throughout last year, because I was like, wow. I was like, that really was so rare. That was such a situation that doesn't come around very often, and it was really humbling to, have that not necessarily good realization, but that realization that not everything is always going to be that way. But it kind of gives you the motivation to want to always get back to that point. So you struggle and you struggle and you struggle, and then I think you were saying yesterday, we were testing, and John's been having a hard time getting his car down the track, and everyone's all pissed off, and we're just trying to figure stuff out.
That one good pass is what it's all about.
we do bad. Nothing's going right. Something's breaking. Frank's car's trying to run into the tree. John can't get down the track. My car's not doing what he wants it to. But then, somebody gets like a 60-foot time that's like a tenth or a 1,000th of a second quicker, and we're all like, oh, yep, that's why we're here. We're happy.
That's
again.
what it's all about. And improvement.
And that's what I spent a lot of years doing this, and lots went wrong, and that's my mantra, and that's why when people get down, whether it's even John with all of his excitement that's always in the air, just down to us that can just sit around and drink beer and talk about it. Just winning is really just trying as hard as you can and never giving up.
God. The first day I met Dwayne, came in with Big Perp. It's just like, holy shit. And then with B and all the other one, they kind of mentored me. 09, the economy finally hit. Had nothing to do for a very long time, months. Put together the car for his, I don't know. I don't even know what to say over that, but he had faith in me. I put one of the fucking cars together. It never went fast, but it had potential. But the guy tuning it just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Anyway, rewind the clock. I opened my own shop. I've always looked up to him. He's a hell of a mentor. We call him the professor. We call him the godfather.
Yeah, that's one thing. When things are going smooth, we're standing around. Dwayne's all, you need to check the car. There is something
Always
wrong with a car.
Always.
Anybody that's ever done this for any period of time at this given level, and we're at that given level, you got to find good people. You got to find people that can come. There's people that can come, and then they're really good at sitting around drinking beer, and you can't trust them to even check tire pressure. And especially when you're sending your best friend and your kid downrange, you got to have more than just a little bit of confidence in them. You got to trust them with lives. And when I drove the car, that's what my point was. And there was guys then that did that. And in this era of what we're doing, he stepped up with the time. He owns his own shop. He's stepping away from his normal life, which is Subarus, and those people to come out here and be a part of this. What?
Those people.
Those people.
Well, they're just different than we are.
Yeah, that was just funny.
Which is fine. And anybody that's been in a Subaru shop and come out here to a Mustang race,
They can tell.
completely understand. I'm not trying to insult them. It's just different. Right? It's fine. But he's obviously learning something.
I came up here because
He's obviously learning something from coming out
exactly.
here.
There's only so much I can learn in my Subaru world, and I'm the best at what I do in this state. I'll tell you that. But
That would be New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah. And probably a couple others too. But anyway, I come out and I learn. I stopped learning 5-6 years ago. The only time I learn is, we have a 1,000 horsepower Subaru. It breaks, it blows up. But we look to him for shit that he doesn't understand, and we don't either. But we try it. And coming out here racing just teaches me a lot about, one, how to go racing. Two, what's gonna what's going to happen during it and what you just need to look at. It's like, I don't know, he's one of my biggest mentors. That's not my
So basically,
biggest.
he's telling you the persona. The whole thing is, we look like it's this train wreck because we enjoy to have fun, drink beer, blah blah blah, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, it's a big party." When it really comes down to, is the moments of precision, and that's what anybody's gonna learn that
You gotta-
comes out and
you
hangs
gotta
out
be sharp
with a
at
real
this
race
fucking
team.
level.
Is you can have fun, you can come out and just, you know. It's raining. What are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to drink beer. We're probably going to go wreck some golf carts here in a little while. We're
Yeah.
going to do dumb stuff. We're going to have fun.
But when it comes down to
It's
it, we're all on
moments of
fucking point.
precision, and that's what anybody needs to learn when they come out and race with, whether it's the B team or the A team or anybody else in these pits. Is it's race day is and race time is precision.
Going back to the NFG tattoos or whatever, some people take us as not good people, assholes. But little do they know, and some do, we would do anything to help another racer.
We do.
Anything.
Well, and even on top of that, I mean, that you're sitting in the motorhome. We didn't have this before, but John and I bought the semi because 12 years ago there was a real need for somebody to have track support. You couldn't even walk around and find anybody with a welder.
Right.
So we bought this thing, and it's still here. We'll weld anybody's stuff. We carry every nut and bolt on the planet. You know, some of the other manufacturers have even put parts in the trailer just so we could, you know, supply parts to other racers here at the racetrack. So, yeah, our Rebel Without a Clue, NFG, all that stuff, that's just that's our shield. That yeah, that's all.